Hi, thank you for joining. In this video, we will go through the Users tab in the Access Manager, showing how to create and edit users in the Timbr platform. This video is the second video in a series of 3 that will cover the Access Manager. We recommend you watch all 3 videos so you're familiar with the best practices. So let's begin. We'll begin in the Access Manager component under the Manage tab, and we can see that the Users tab is the first tab. Here, we can see the entire list of users and their information. We can also search for specific users in the search bar. We can change user status from active to inactive. We can filter by specific user roles. And finally, we can perform bulk actions on users by selecting multiple users at once. Below, we can see the full list of users with their email, username, role, status, and last activity. To the right, there are 3 clickable actions per user. View permissions, that when clicked on, slides in a window showing the permissions of the selected user, starting with the user's information on top and the user's role, which we will discuss in depth in video number 3 of this series. Below the user's general information is the access permissions and the platform permissions. The access permissions refer to access to specific knowledge graphs, data sources, users, and roles. We can also add new access permissions by clicking here. Beneath the access permissions, in the platform permissions, we can set the user's UI permissions for every component of the Timbr platform, such as Timbr's Data Mapper, Ontology Explorer, and Ontology Views. Above the permissions, we can find Show User Policies and Edit User, which we will get into in a moment. If we return to the Users screen, above the users, we can find the Create New User button, where we can create new users in one of 2 ways. We can either manually sign in users with a password, or instead, we can choose the single sign-on mechanism by simply entering the new user's email when single sign-on is configured. Beneath the user details, we can assign the user with default roles, data source roles, and knowledge graph roles, which we will cover in video number 3 of this series. As promised earlier, if we return to the View Permissions menu, above we can find the 2 buttons, Show User Policies and Edit User. In Show User Policies, we can check the policies that are assigned to a user, and we can remove policies or click the Open Grant policy to add a new policy, which will be demonstrated in our next video. Finally, we can click on Edit User to edit the selected user and his roles, or another way to edit the user's details and roles is by clicking on the pencil icon in the Users tab next to the specific user we'd like to edit. It's important to mention that you cannot edit a user's username, but everything else is changeable. Lastly, we can always click on the trash can logo to delete a specific user or delete many at once using the bulk actions we discussed earlier. This sums up video number 2 of the Access Manager component. In our next video, we will cover in depth how to create roles and policies, going through all the different options, including how to assign roles and policies to a user. I invite you to watch the next video in the series to learn how to create roles and policies, and I invite you to subscribe to the channel so you can get updated on all the new and exciting Timbr features. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.